Okay, so once again, good morning, students. So today we will be revising on the topic of veins in the neck, head, and face. So, what are the name of the veins, which we will find in the head, neck, and face? So, we will discuss today. So, by hearing the name itself, veins. So, veins. If I say veins, what comes to your mind? What kind of blood does it carry? Oxygenated or deoxygenated blood? Yes. Veins carry what kind of blood? Anyone? Veins carry what kind of blood? Oxygenated or deoxygenated? Tell soon. I have already discussed many times. Yes. Veins carry what kind of blood? Hello, am I audible?
Ma'am,
Say
veins carry deoxygenated blood.
deoxygenated blood. Okay, very good. Why come, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay. So the venous blood, it is also known as deoxygenated blood. Understand? Deoxygenated means presence of oxygen. So the deoxygenated blood from the head and the neck, that means from here, from the head and the neck, they will be returned by whom? They will be returned by the deep and the superficial veins. Understand? The deoxygenated blood, which is from the head and the neck, understand, they will be returned by what kind of vein? They will be returned by the deep and the superficial veins. I hope you remember the difference between deep and superficial veins. Deep means which lies, means, I mean, a bit deep. Understand? And superficial means just beneath the skin. It is situated. So they will be returned by these kind of veins. That is the venous blood from the head and the neck, that is the deoxygenated blood, they will be returned by the deep and the superficial veins. Okay. Next is the superficial veins. Understand, the superficial veins which lie just in your skin. The superficial veins, they form from the branches of the external carotid artery. That is this. From the branches of the external carotid artery, they will return this external carotid artery, na? This external carotid artery, which is this portion, lies here. They will return venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, to where? To the face and scalp. Okay, that is the scalp. That is, they will return the deoxygenated blood to the face and the scalp. And this external carotid artery, they will form another like vein, which is known as extrajugular vein, which is this. Understand? External jugular vein, which is this. It lies in both sides, here and here. I'm just showing you only the this portion, so don't get confused. It lies in both sides of the neck, right and left. Okay, I'll repeat again. The superficial veins, which lies just beneath your skin. Understand? From the branches of the external carotid artery, means this, they will return. External carotid artery, they will return the venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, to where? To the face. Understand? To the face and to the scalp. To the face and to the scalp, and they form, they will form another vein, which is known as external jugular vein, which is this. Did you understand till this portion? Yes or no? I'll ask.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Huh.
Please repeat.
Okay, I'll repeat. The superficial veins. The superficial veins are what? Like they lies beneath the skin. Huh? These superficial veins from the branches. Understand? Means obviously superficial veins they will have some branches, right? They are divided. They are like distributed in different parts. Na? So the superficial veins obviously they have branches. So those branches, it is the superficial branches that is they will come to where they will come and they will form they will supply blood to this artery. Understand? That is this external carotid artery. This external carotid artery they will return the deoxygenated blood. Understand? The external carotid artery they will return some venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, to the structures of what? To the structures of your face and scalp, means in the head. No? In the head they will go and give the deoxygenated blood, and finally they will form another vein which is known as external jugular vein, which is this external jugular vein. So they come hand in hand, you can say that. Understand? I'll repeat again. The superficial veins, that is which lies just beneath the skin, since they are divided into different branches, so they form some branches. They form some branches where? In the external carotid artery. And from this external carotid artery, they will return some kind of blood, which is the venous blood. That is the deoxygenated blood. Understand? That is the deoxygenated blood. They will return, and they will return the deoxygenated blood, that is the venous blood, to where? To the face and to the scalp, means the head. And finally they will form another vein which is known as external jugular vein, which is this. Even in the picture also you can see now, like they are very close to each other. Understand? So external, this is the external carotid artery and this is the external jugular vein. So this is about this portion. Is it clear now, Shelly? Hello?
Oh? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then external jugular vein, they begin, means they start from where? They start in the neck, that is in the jaw portion. So this external jugular vein, this is the external jugular vein. They begins, or else you can say they start in the neck, means in this portion, means in the jaw. This is your jaw, no? Means somewhere here they are like they originate, like they start from this location, this portion. Okay, I hope it's clear till here. Okay. And
Yes, ma'am.
this external jugular vein, they passes downwards. This is the external jugular vein, means I'm just showing you the picture, like which is already covered up. Understand? Means the veins are already covered up, and you will find that the external jugular vein they lies means downwards. That is sternocleidomastoid muscle. I've taught you na, in the previous semester about muscles. So you will find here sternocleidomastoid muscle. So you will find here in both this direction, in both this portion, you will find the external jugular vein. Understand? Means neck. Okay. So next, let us see about the internal jugular vein. This one, internal jugular vein. So the internal jugular vein, they lie downwards. They lie downwards. Same thing, they lie downwards, but they lie like more downwards compared to the external jugular vein. This is the external jugular vein. This is the internal jugular vein, so they lie more downwards. You can see that, which is in the neck portion behind the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Understand? Means they lie more downwards, which is at the back side of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So here. So here is your sternocleidomastoid muscle. So they lie means in the back side, means behind. Is it clear? Okay. Here again I'm showing you the different means the picture is same. Means everything is same. I'm just showing you like for you to understand more clearly. Like in different pictures, I'm showing it to you, but this thing is same. Okay, so the internal jugular vein, which is this, means which lies more downwards, I have already mentioned that. So this internal jugular vein, they lie behind the clavicle. You know the clavicle, this one means beauty bone. You remember beauty bone? I have mentioned that word also. So they lie just behind that, means at the backside of that internal jugular vein, and this internal jugular vein they will unite with the subclavian vein. So this is the subclavian vein. They will unite means what, they will come together. Internal jugular vein and subclavian vein, they will, suppose this is the internal jugular vein, this is the subclavian vein, they will come together. Together means what, like it's not like they will come together like this. Means they will join together, you can say that. So they will unite together means with the subclavian vein, which is this, and uh, with the help of these two veins, that is the internal jugular vein and the subclavian vein, they carry blood. They carry blood from the upper limb. Means from the upper limb means what? Means obviously from here only it will be. Means they carry blood from the upper limb to form the brachiocephalic vein, which is this. Understand? Means the subclavian vein, which is this, which lies just behind the clavicle, also known as the beauty bone, this clavicle, this subclavian vein, and the internal jugular vein, which is this. They will come together, they will unite together, and they will form, I mean, they will carry the deoxygenated blood, that is the venous blood, and they will form another vein which is known as brachiocephalic vein, which is this. Is it clear about the internal jugular veins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no doubts, no? Okay. So now let us see the brachiocephalic vein, which is this. Okay. So when these two veins they form a branch, or else you can say a vein, which is known as the brachiocephalic vein, which lies on each side of the neck. Means in both sides of your neck, so it will lie in both sides, here and here. Understand? And which is formed by the internal and the subclavian veins. I've already discussed. So that is about the brachiocephalic vein. So this is just the repetition. Okay. Next is uh, the left brachiocephalic vein, which is longer than the right, which is longer than the right, they will pass these two veins. They will pass behind the sternum. You know the sternum, your rib cage. You remember the rib cage, and the rib cage is joined with the help of one bone, which is known as sternum. I hope you remember that. So they will be situated, these two veins, they will be situated just behind, just at the back side of the sternum, and they are joined by the right brachiocephalic vein, and these two veins, that is the right brachiocephalic vein and the left brachiocephalic vein, they form the superior vena cava, which is this. Understand? And this is the heart. If you understand, the left brachiocephalic vein is longer compared to the right brachiocephalic vein. and these two veins, like when they unite together, they form the superior vena cava, which is this, and then comes the heart. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, next is about the veins that you will find in the face. I mean, means in which area, like what kind of veins are there, you will find. So we will discuss now. So first, we will get the supratrochlear vein. So supratrochlear vein is here. So the supratrochlear vein will be here, huh? Here means it will begin in the forehead. You can see from the picture itself. This. Can you see this? I'm moving the arrow, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the okay. So this is the supratrochlear vein. So the supratrochlear vein, they begins in the forehead. For this is your forehead, huh? This is your forehead. So they will begin here near the median plane. Near the median plane is in the middle, we can say. So obviously it will be here, the supratrochlear vein, and it will be situated in both sides, means opposite sides. Here also, here also. Okay. So this supratrochlear vein, they will unite together, means they will come together and they will form the supraorbital vein. So this is the supraorbital vein, means you will find here, means in your eye portion, no? Here you find the supraorbital vein, means both sides. Supraorbital vein. Here is the supratrochlear vein. Here is the supraorbital vein. Understand? And after that, after the supraorbital vein, you will find the facial vein. So this is the facial vein. Hmm. Means facial means this, this area. So this is the facial vein. So the supraorbital vein, which is this, they will unite together again and they will form the facial vein. And this area near the median angle of the eye. No? Means your median angle means in the middle portion of the eye, like they will start to begin, or else you can say they will start to form in this area. Is it clear? Till this area, till this portion.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now let's see. Supraorbital vein means here. So the supraorbital vein, they begins near the zygomatic process. Zygomatic means what? Zygomatic means your cheekbone. This is your cheek, no? This is your cheek. So the supraorbital veins, they will begin somewhere nearby. Uh, इसके आसपास में, इसके बगल में रहेगा. सुप्राऑर्बिटल वेन तो यहाँ पे मिलेगा आँख, मीन्स आँख पे मिलेगा. तो ये जो सुप्रा ऑर्बिटल वेन कहाँ से शुरुआत होगा उसका, ये चेक बोन है जो हमारे को, ठीक है. जाइगोमैटिक प्रोसेस का मतलब है चेक बोन. अंडरस्टैंड? जाइगोमैटिक मीन्स चेक बोन. ओके. So the supraorbital vein, it will lie near the zygomatic, means near the cheekbone of the temporal bone. Means this is the temporal bone, no? Means it will be like, means somewhere in this area, in all this area. Understand? Means all this area, no? So the supraorbital vein, like they will be there. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is the facial veins. So this here is the facial veins. So the facial veins, they they provide like the major, or else you can say the maximum deoxygenated blood, no? Maximum of the deoxygenated blood, like they get from the facial veins. They will means you can say they return. They are returned by the facial veins. The sinus which is in the face. And these facial veins, they usually begin in the medial angle of the eye. Means here, the median angle of the eye, they usually begins in that area. by a union means by the union of what? By the union of supraorbital vein, supraorbital vein, which is this, and supratrochlear vein means supratrochlear vein. Where will you find here, na? And supraorbital veins here. So when these two veins, that is the supratrochlear vein and the supraorbital vein, they unite together, you will find the facial vein. So they usually begin with the help of that two veins, with the help of those two veins. That is the supratrochlear vein means you will find in the median angle of the eye, na? Here, forehead, and then supraorbital means here, means your eye portion, you can say. So they are formed by the union of those two veins, that is the facial veins. And the facial veins means maximum of the deoxygenated blood is returned by the face. Is it clear till here, facial vein?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next is the superficial temporal vein. This one means here in your temporal it will lie. So it will lie in this area. So the okay. So this superficial temporal vein you will find in both sides, obviously, like both with these two sides in this area, means somewhere near your supraorbital vein you will find here. Okay, superficial temporal vein. So the superficial temporal vein, like they drains the forehead, means drains whatever the deoxygenated blood, like they will come out from the head, means from the forehead, from the forehead, from your scalp, and they will enter where? They will enter the parotid gland, which is this, means you will find here parotid gland, means both these two sides you will find the parotid gland. Superficial temporal veins means you remember here. So the superficial temporal veins, like they will bring all the deoxygenated blood, that is the venous blood, means they will drain from where? From the forehead, your scalp, from your scalp, from your forehead, and they will enter here in this area. That is the parotid gland. The parotid gland is here. Yeah, here is the parotid. So they so like it's like that. Is it clear about superficial temporal vein?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, the last one is the posterior part of the mandible. You remember, no? Yesterday I taught you mandible. So mandible is here. Your mandible is here. So the posterior. Posterior means what? Back. Posterior part of the mandible means at the back side of the mandible. What you will find? It will unite. It will unite with the maxillary vein. So this is the maxillary vein. So the maxillary vein, they form the retromandibular vein. So this is the mandibular vein. The maxillary vein, like they form the retromandibular vein, which is this. Okay, so this is about the veins that you will find in the head, neck, face. Head, neck, and face. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
yes,
Okay, if I'll ask you, you will be able to answer. Okay, then I'll start asking them. Okay, Yatulika.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the venous blood, there is the deoxygenated blood, which is from the head and the neck. They are returned by what kind of veins?
Head and neck.
Hmm. The
Uh,
deoxygenated blood.
external, like, yes, ma'am.
The deoxygenated blood, that is also known as the venous blood, which is from the head
Yes, ma'am.
and the neck. They are returned by what kind of veins? Deep and DEEP. Deep and
Deep
deep vein and what vein?
head.
Huh?
Uh,
I have mentioned many times na, those two veins. Deep and what kind of vein? What is the name of the vein which lies just beneath the skin? Hmm?
yes, ma'am.
What is the name of the vein which lies just beneath the skin? Means nearby the skin. Superficial, na?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I'm good. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then don't forget that deep and superficial veins. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next. Tumpe
Hmm.
Jilan. Tumpe
Yes, ma'am.
Jilan. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Tumpe, you please tell me. Uh, what I'll ask you. Okay, the superficial veins. No, the superficial veins. They form the branches of the external carotid artery, na? And they
Yes, ma'am.
return. Okay, and they that external carotid artery they return the venous blood. That is the deoxygenated blood to the structures of face and scalp, and they form what kind of vein again?
Ma'am, I can't understand your question.
Okay, let me repeat again. The superficial veins, the superficial veins,
Yes, ma'am.
they form the branches of the. Okay, let me. Okay, can you see this picture? Can you see this picture, Tumpe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me ask you now. The superficial veins, they form the branches of the external carotid artery, which is this. Can you see it? External carotid artery.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. This external carotid
Yes, ma'am.
artery, they return the venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, in the structures of what? In the structures of your face, in the structures of your scalp, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
they form what kind of vein after that? It is very
Ma'am, ma'am, external jugular vein.
okay, very good. External
Yes, ma'am.
jugular vein is the answer. Understand? And
Thank you, ma'am.
external jugular vein, they begins हाँ this jaw means here यहाँ पे रहता है और पिक्चर में भी
Yes,
दिखाई दे रहा है ना बहुत सामने है बहुत अगल बगल है ये दोनों ना
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
okay good next
Thank you.
Trishna Trishna Rajbongsi okay then Surajit Kalita Surajit Kalita
Yes, ma'am.
okay
Yes, ma'am.
Surajit can you tell me external jugular vein which is this they are situated where in what kind of muscle? I have mentioned one muscle name, which is here in the neck portion. So what is the name of that muscle? Do you remember?
Mm. No, ma'am.
No. Okay, Srijana, can you tell me the answer?
Sternocleidomastoid muscles.
Okay, very good. The answer is sternocleidomastoid muscle. Can you say this?
Okay.
This is the muscle. It is in red color. I have colored it. Okay. Okay, then we will stop here today. No? The other portion I'll ask you in the next class.